Because I said so. What up? Timothy is magic. What up? What up, Latria Brown? Excuse me, Latria Brown. What up? Man, we got Spread Wealth. What's poppin'? What up, everybody? Y'all in here already. Finally, YouTube is sharing the link before the show comes on. What? What? What was that? What up? Yeah, Spread the Wealth. What up, Nazarene X? Clinton Walker. Set Mech Unc. What up, King Tony? King Darian 95. Cause I said so. What up, Mrs. B? John Ross. What was that? Idea Control. Ishmael. What up? Man. Just Jason. Hood Politics Entertainment. Kim G. Michael Brown. That Girl. Wonderful Storm. MD Marksmanship. Leon Cowan. Christopher Perkins. What up? What's poppin'? Roger Ragland. What's up, Duran? What's Duran Malik? Hassan Bey. That's a hell of a name, baby. What's that? Invador. Zen. I like that. What's up, everybody coming in? Preston Davis, Scotty Mutali. What up? Balance Higher Knowledge. DPRK. What up? Everybody come on in. See what's cracking today. I'm a little late today. You can blame Timmy Tight Top, because I was waiting on the juices. Told him to bring the juices a little earlier. Had to wait on the juices from my man Timmy Tight Easy. But what's up, everybody? Let's get started today. Happy Saturn's Day to the people. How y'all doing? Know Your Rights Foundation news. Start off. Deion Spivey, thank you, brother. Know Your Rights Foundation news to start off. I sent out everybody's stuff. Again, if I haven't sent you your stuff, I may not have saw it. That's most likely the case. So make sure you hit me up. Let me know, because PayPal doesn't send all the notifications all the time. I've been on the phone with them about it. It's just the way their computer system works. Sometimes it's a glitch in the system, and then it takes a minute for it to register, the sale to register. So if I haven't seen it, then that's probably why you haven't gotten the package. So if you haven't gotten your package, just let me know. Then I'll jump on it. Just make sure you put it in bold in the subject line, what it is, all right? And all for all the volunteers, man, thank y'all for volunteering. Man, there's so many of y'all coming through. You know, we're trying to get everybody in the interviews as much as possible. There's only so many people we can do in one interview, so you guys have to hold off. You know, we're trying to do it, put the interviews together, but just be patient. I know everybody, there's a contagion of people wanting to learn their law right now. People are starting to see it. It's starting to trickle on. You're starting to see the benefits of it. There's a lot of videos getting out there, audit videos where people are auditing police officers, and they're showing you what can happen when you know your rights, how you can deal with police officers. Shout out to the people who watched the police stop law class last Sunday. Conceptual elixirs, thank you, brother. Always hitting me up, man. Thank you, brother. So the people, shout out to the people who watched. It was a lot of y'all too, more than I thought. It was like close to like 4,000 of y'all, getting close to 5,000. So man, that's what's up. Everybody, you guys want to learn the law? Just come on over there. Come on over. KnowYourRightsFoundation.org. We will teach you the law for free. The only thing we ask of you is once we teach you the law, you got to go back out among the community and spread the knowledge. That's all you got to do. But, you know, you also have to be motivated. We're not going to motivate you. We're not going to call you 50 million times. We're not going to tell you to show up. We're not going to do that. You're a grown-ass person. And we want gangster people from the beginning. We want solid people from the jump. So anybody we got to motivate, no, we ain't dealing with that. We will kick your ass out of here. just so you know, we see you bullshitting, we will, so deuces. Peace out, peace. We will kick you up out of here. But if you're serious and you want to learn the law, knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Just go to the volunteer section and let us know what's popping. We will get you in here into one of the interviews, and make sure you learn that law. And everybody who hit me up for the package, you guys, a lot of you guys, you got the book package that I offered. So you guys are ordering the Great Book of Melanin Research, and then I put in the new deck of government cards, government flashcards. I did this, so you guys jumped on that this week. I still have a couple boxes in there. Even though you jumped on it, there's still a couple boxes in the kitchen that I have to walk around. So for the weekend, today and tomorrow, I will still do the deal. If you didn't get the deal, I will put Volume 1, Government Volume, U.S. Law and Government Flashcards Volume 1, Volume 2, which is the new one. We just got this week. And then Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1. So if you order the package, the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, you will get all 3 of these. But that's today and tomorrow. After that, that's a wrap. You gotta go to realnuggets.com and just order it individually if you want that, if you want it. All right, now why I was late, the reason I was late jumping on, Timmy Tight, but these juices are good, damn it. It's worth the wait. It is right here. So go to wejuice.com. Treat yourself to some of these delicious, delectable juices. This is that cool water, the watermelon, ginger, and mint. These are my 2 favorites right here. This is boom. Thank you, Timmy Tight Top. He just left too. But this is the surprisingly sweet. This is the grapefruit, cantaloupe, and pear. Both of these are the bomb, the bomb. And then most people like this one though. This is the other one most people like. This is berry bonita. This is grapefruit, orange, lemon, ginger, and berries. This is off the chain too. Don't get it twisted. I'm just a fan of the other 2, but I'm a fan of this one too. So man, these juices are off the chain. Thank you, Timmy Tight Top. Was worth the wait. Go to wejuice.com. That's OUI juice.com. You can get just juices to drink because you like the taste of the juices, or get you the weight loss program, or if you just want to be healthy and get through this damn bullshit pandeezy that they put upon us. Boom, right here. Make sure you get to wejuice.com, OUIjuice.com. Hook up Timmy Tight Tops. You need a couple more tight tops. All right, and then last but not least, go to Beal sauce. If it ain't real, it ain't Beal. So right here, this is the Schmuckatelli. I had somebody hit me up and they said the Schmuckatelli is off the chain, and I told you. I told you. So this is a melanated hot sauce company, man. Support. We need all the support we can get. So go there. This is the milder one. I have to do the milder one. There's one in the middle. That's the sergeant sauce. And then there's the gunny fire. That's for all of y'all who are on the super hot. I'm right here, baby. Schmuckatelli. Schmuckatelli in my belly right here. So make sure you go to bealsauce.com. That's BEALE sauce.com and hook the brother up. All right. This is all change. You see, this is my last one, Bill. I'm about to order a new one today. You see, I'm down. This is it, baby. It's my last one. I'm coming for you. Right there. All right, everybody. Let's get into it. A lot of stuff going on. Let's see what we can uncover. Make sure y'all take your shoes off before you enter the crib. That's hitting the like button. Y'all know how we get down in here. No tracking dog shit from outside into my house. I don't deal with that. Not at all. Tell y'all a story about that real quick. The old place I used to live in, my office was in the front. I had an office in the front of the porch. Oh, Mrs. B, thank you. Thank you for showing the love, man. Appreciate that. I had an office that was out front, and my computer desk was right by the window. And I used to see people walk by the window all the time with their dogs. And it's because we had a front lawn. And so people would just walk on their lawn and leave and let their dog shit on the lawn and not pick it up. And then I got to go outside. I got to walk through that step in the shit, track it back in my house? No. Would you let your dog just shit on your damn carpet? No. So why you letting your dog shit on my lawn without picking it up? So, man, I used to scare the shit out. This is when I used to live in, real quick, I used to live in Beverly Hills. This is a while back. I used to scare the shit out of them damn white folks. They used to let their dog shit on the lawn. I'd be, hey! I'd be yelling from the window, hey! They be jumping like that. Pick that damn shit. Don't let your dog leave that shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You damn right. You thought nobody was watching. I'm watching, damn it. Take your shoes off before you enter my damn crib. That's hitting the like button. Just had to let y'all know I don't let nobody track shit in my house. All right, y'all. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Did you see the earthquake in Turkey? You guys, if you saw that real quick, I want to talk about that. Shout out to those people. Man, it's terrible. That was a terrible tragedy. Like they say, like over 11,000 people have died. Oh, bro, L-Wise, thank you, brother. Over 11,000 people died, and probably expect more to uncover more. They're still uncovering more people. So, send your positive thoughts out into the universe for those people over in Turkey. It's jacked up, man. Earthquakes are scary. I live in California, where we have been known to have earthquakes, and they are scary. The ground just start moving, and you have no idea. Boom, boom, boom. You're like, oh, shit, nothing you can do. But I'd rather have an earthquake rather than hurricanes and tornadoes any damn day, because the earthquakes only last, you may think they last a long time, but they only last about 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. So it's not a lot, but it is a little scary when you're going through it. But what happened over there is a little suspicious. About what happened over in Turkey. Because I don't know if y'all know, Turkey, so there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that was going down. And Turkey was at odds, they were at odds with NATO for a second. Really with Ukraine, Sweden, and Finland. So if y'all know, so Ukraine has been trying to get into NATO, right? So has Sweden and Finland. They're not in NATO either. So they all three of those have been trying to become a part of NATO. Yo, Nine Ether, what's up, brother? He said join the channel a few days ago. A lot of knowledge. Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Just dig in, dig in, and I got a bunch of videos from way back, so just dig in. But so NATO, so they were trying to get into NATO, right? And they're trying to use the war. They're trying to use the war, or Russia attacking them, but provoked attack, because they were setting up on. So Ukraine was letting NATO set up troops on the border, right on the edge of Russia, which you're not gonna, if you're hostile with NATO, you're not just gonna let them set up troops right on your damn border. That's crazy. Like that makes no goddamn sense. If you got a crib and you got an enemy, and your enemy starts setting up troops in your neighbor's yard, what the hell are you gonna do? This is your enemy, and your neighbor is letting your enemy set up guns and troops and shit right in your neighbor's yard. But it's like, hey, don't worry about it, nigga. This ain't for you. We're not coming after you. This is an exercise. We're just training. We're training. Hell no. So of course you're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You got literally these niggas right across the street. So that's why Russia went in there, because they didn't want Ukraine to join NATO, right? So as Finland and Sweden, they were trying to get into NATO as well. They needed Turkey's vote to get into NATO. This is crazy. So as they were trying to get into NATO, Ukraine, Turkey, and Finland, Ukraine, Finland, and Sweden, they needed Turkey's vote to get into NATO. So then there were pictures, so it was a little conflict going on, because the Turkish people didn't want to vote Sweden and them into into NATO. So they burned a Swedish flag, right? In the middle of the street. There's pictures of them just burning the Swedish flag. So in response to that, a nationalist, a Swedish, Danish nationalist, he went in front of the Turkish embassy. This nigga crazy. So he stood in front of the Turkish embassy, and this nigga burned the Quran. This nigga crazy. This nigga, when he stood out front of the Turkish embassy and burned the Quran, right? So Turkey was like, the fuck this nigga do? This nigga just did what? Oh, fuck you niggas. And so they basically threw Sweden and Finland and all the niggas in the same pot. Because homeboy burnt the Quran, which is basically a fuck you to Turkey and all the Islamic countries, really. And so Turkey was like, well, fuck you then, nigga. And they voted no. They voted no to put to get them into NATO, which was the plan of this new world, this globalist shit. They were trying to get Sweden and Finland and Ukraine into NATO. Ukraine really to piss Putin off so that Putin can launch a nuke. They want Putin to launch some shit. But Turkey came in and is not with the bullshit. They didn't pull the line. They didn't hold the line on the globalist one world shit and vote yes on letting Sweden, Finland, and Ukraine into NATO. And then this is literally right at the end. This is at the end of January. This is like the last week of January where they voted no. Then a week later, these niggas get hit with the biggest goddamn earthquake they done ever had. Fuck out of here. Anybody who is aware, you know HARP, high altitude reconnaissance probe. That's what it was supposed to be for. High altitude aerial reconnaissance probe. So if you know about HARP is a bunch of satellites all together up in Alaska. It's like 180 satellites. And they shoot up these frequencies. They can put out these massive frequencies that up to like 1 billion watts. Crazy. Anybody who go look at Jesse Body Ventura's conspiracy theory. Man, that show was breaking some shit off. Shout out to Jesse Ventura. But that show, Conspiracy Theory, with Jesse Ventura, he used to break off some real information in that show. And on there, one of the episodes was about HARP. And they did the whole breakdown of HARP. He even drove up there. That nigga drove up to the HARP gate and tried to get in. He was like, I'm Governor Jesse Ventura. Can I get in here to see the facilities? And they was like, nope. They was like, get your ass out of here, Governor. And so they was real secret. But so then they interviewed the son of the dude who invented, who built HARP, like who came up with the design for HARP. And they said, yeah, it was created as a weather control machine. This is what this nigga said. This is in the Jesse Ventura shit. The son of the dude who built HARP said, yeah, it was created as a weather control machine. Yo, Brandon Terry, thank you, brother. So now that's that. So now we know HARP was built to control the weather, right? And incidentally, Russia and China have some type of weather machine that's super crazy that they're working on right now that's out of this world. The weather machine that they're working on is creating all kind of stuff. But so going back to HARP, so now remember, America is the one is really in this damn war, allegedly. We got to do it allegedly. But America this is a proxy war, really, right, for America. So they're the ones who really want them to get into NATO because this fits the globalist shit. They trying to get all these people into NATO because then NATO, is the military power, is the one world or is the world order military power, right? Is what they want it to be for Europe. So they turned them down, Turkey turned them down, and they said, what, Turkey? Turkey said, what? Oh, nigga, it must be close to Thanksgiving. He about to roast up some motherfucking turkey. Hey, nigga, I need a turkey sandwich, my nigga. Don't put no fucking Miracle Whip on my turkey sandwich, nigga. Best Foods, real mayonnaise. That's what nigga. Hey, nigga, sorry, turkey. That's what they did. They went and turned the dial up on turkey and shit. Heart. Now, do y'all know they got 18 heart facilities around the world? 18. Everybody think about that one up in Alaska. They got 18 heart facilities around the world. And they building another one. They building another one. And you want to know how the Pentagon loses $2.3 trillion and then another 2.2. So in 2000, they lost $2.3 trillion. Donald Rumsfeld reported this on September the 10th, 2001. He got up in front of the damn whole world and that nigga said, oh, we misplaced $2.3 trillion. Yo, Broderick Enoch, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We lost $2.3 trillion. We don't know where the fuck it went. And then the next day, the finance office, the government finance office, gets demolished. It didn't get hit by no plane. It got demolished because 2 other buildings next to it got hit supposedly by planes. The finance building that would do the audit to find out where all that damn money went just so happens, holy shit, that building blew the fuck up. We can't track $2.3 trillion. Then this year, they said they lost the Pentagon can't account for another $2.2 trillion. And so this is where this money be going to. All these secret ass black ops and facilities that they got around the world. So there's 18 heart facilities and they're building the 19th. And Turkey got right in the middle of the road. And the HARP semi came straight down the street. So that was the deal behind the Turkey earthquake. A lot of people weren't knowing that Turkey denied Ukraine into NATO a couple of days before the earthquake. So shout out to Turkey, man. Hope y'all do well and get the help y'all need, man. All right, then next Pfizer, the P.F. Pfizer Bakery CEO. Got to use the code still, even though they say they lightened up on the guidelines. They have not. So we still got to use code. So the P.F. Pfizer Bakery CFO, he was found guilty in the U.K. court for misleading information on child cupcakes. Did anybody hear about that? That nigga was found guilty in the British court for misleading information regarding the child cupcakes. We ain't heard nothing about it. You know why? Because P.F. Pfizer Bakery, they buy all the advertising, the commercials for every major media company. So you're not going to hear nothing about these niggas get convicted. They lost. They basically said, you niggas lied about child cupcakes. So that went down over there. And he's also getting sued by another. So basically he got sued by this lady. It was a sister. This black lady, she sued. She basically sued the company because they tried to force her child to get cupcake. And so she sued and won. So shout out to that sister who over there, but they tried to force her child to get cupcake before they went to school, and she sued the P.F. Pfizer Bakery based off of the information that came out, off of their own studies. Y'all know we show you. We got the study right here. Y'all go if you get the cupcake exempt letters, the crack scene exemption letters from the knowyourrightsfoundation.org. It comes with the P.F. Pfizer Bakery report. So all the information is in here. I've been telling y'all, this is all y'all need to go at them. They use this information, sued them, because the information about what happens to everybody who took it is in here. Pregnant, children, all of that, and they found them guilty. So shout out to that sister. We need more people doing that, going at them. They're not winning, everybody. Just so y'all know, they're not winning. We're in a whole new time and era again. We told you we're gonna talk about this again, but the polar shift. They talked about it all week this week. I told y'all about it last week, but now this whole week, I don't know if y'all been seeing. They've been talking about that whole week. This whole week. But the polar shift, all this energy is changing. They can't. It's not the same. They can't pull off the same shit they used to pull off in the past. With the efficiency they used to do. They fumbling and stumbling. Everything that they do is coming to light like crazy. It is insane. Every single day. Bop, 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 bop. Another thing. So let's stay on their ass. Damn it. Let's stay on their ass. That sister won, but nobody heard about it. But now you've heard about it and spread the word. Then Moderna, Moderneasy, the CEO of Moderneasy during the WEF, the World Economic Forum, which is crazy. Real quick, the World Economic Forum, they make the taxpayers of Sweden, of Switzerland, the taxpayers of Switzerland gotta pay for the World Economic Forum meetings. Did y'all know that? They don't pay for their own meetings. It's the taxpayers of Switzerland that got to pay for them damn meetings, while they're saying you need to pay a carbon tax because you putting out too much pollution in the air. So there's a carbon tax coming for your ass. Yep, you and you. The carbon tax coming for both of you niggas. While me, can y'all get me? What you got on my Davos meeting? What you got on my WEF meeting? Me patting your pockets down, nigga, for they meeting. They making you pay for all their whole meeting. They making the taxpayers, the people pay for them to plot against the people. You paying for them niggas to plot against yourself, to plot against you. It was just crazy. But the Moderneasy CEO, while he was there, using your money, using the taxpayers' money of Switzerland to plot against the whole world, this nigga jumped on stage and admitted, he said in 2019, they had 100,000 doses of the cupcake. 2019. Now somebody refresh my memory. When did we have a pandeezy? When did the pandeezy start? And we supposedly had never seen this before. Since it never happened, this was a whole new Boogie V, and we don't know anything about it. We don't know how it attacks people and humans and nothing like that. Boom. When did that start? I think it was March? Was it March 2020? These niggas had 100,000 doses of the cupcake in 2019. This nigga said this on the stage, right? Then he said he went to his scientist. Went to the scientist after he said, this is great. We produced 100,000 doses of this shit. Now I need you to produce 1 billion doses. And they were like, he said, the scientists were like, what do you mean 1 billion doses? What do we need that? He said, we're going to have a pandemic. A pandemic is coming. We're about to have a pandemic next year. This nigga said that shit on stage. He admitted that this nigga knew that a pandemic was coming, and he told his company to make 1 billion doses of the cupcake before it came out because he knew it was coming. Now I told y'all before, the CEO of Moderneasy, this nigga, the company that he worked for before, that he was the CEO of before, is the company who built the Wu-Tang lab. And not RZA Wu-Tang and Jizza and meth, and shout out to my niggas. But the woo, the real woo, because Wu-Tang is really in China. They got it from China. So the Wu-Tang lab in China, The CEO of Modern Easy, the company that he was CEO of before, when he was CEO of that company, they built the lab, the Modern Easy lab. The Wu-Tang lab that the thing escaped from and caused the Pandeezy. He built the lab. Modern Easy was going broke. They hadn't had a product. They hadn't put out a product at all. They were on the verge of shutting down. They had no product on the market. Then all of a sudden, these niggas create the one thing that was damn near impossible, supposedly impossible to foresee, was a Pandeezy of this magnitude, of this nature, because supposedly some shit jumped from a bat to a pangolin to a nigga who ate a bat sandwich. Nigga ate some fried bat wings. Modern Easy nigga, some fried bat wings and some fries, and this nigga got that's what they told. The nigga ate some bat wings with some secret sauce, with some sweet and sour sauce, and this nigga supposedly got. That's what they telling us. So, the CEO of Modern Easy, this nigga just admitted on stage he knew it was coming. So, we can't let that nigga get away with that shit. But then, did y'all see a lot of the egg farms have been burning up around the country, around the world, really. Places with like 100,000 chickens, 100,000 chickens killed, 50,000 chickens killed, and this one. Why are the egg farms burning up or getting destroyed? Well, turns out in a new study, they found out that eggs create antibodies to the boogie V. Eggs create a certain enzyme or whatever that's an antibody. It's not an enzyme, but an antibody that kills the boogie V. They found this shit out. Hey, and then all these egg farms start burning the fuck up all over the place. There's a whole lot of coincidences. Turkey shits on Ukraine and Sweden a week before, basically turns them down, and a week later they get into the biggest earthquake in their history, damn near. And then egg farms burn down right when they find out that eggs create antibodies to it's a whole lot of coincidences around this bitch. Now, anybody who's on the spiritual tip, you know there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is harmony and synchronicity. These vibrations have to be in harmony and link up. So this is the universe showing you what's going on. When you see something that's called a coincidence, it's not. It's the universe showing you harmony and synchronicity of how these things, they vibrate, that the vibration is in harmony. And so you're supposed to pay attention to see, what am I supposed to be learning from these two things syncing up at this exact moment? That would seem like out of nowhere, that it was impossible for these two things to link up and make sense, but somehow they do. What are you supposed to be getting from that? Figure that shit out. Then, while he's on the stage at the WEF saying that he knew that they had a they was about to have a Pandeezy before it happened. Sorry. They was about to have a Pandeezy before it happened. The WEF was promoting a new company called Eon, E-O-N, Eon. And this new company wants to put trackers in your clothing. They call ID trackers. Now they're coming up with digital ID. We'll talk about that in a second. But these things are called ID trackers, and they want to put ID trackers in your clothes. Take your shoes off. There's about 200 and some people in here with the goddamn shoes on. I don't play around. I'm Martin. Get out. Get out of here with your damn shoes on. Hit the like button. That's the equivalent of taking your shoes off before you enter the crib. Please take your shoes off. Have some decorum. But this new company, Eon, they want to put ID trackers in your clothes. So they want to track your clothes for the lifetime of your clothes. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, they can track your clothes. They can track it when you buy it, if you resell it, then if it goes to the recycle, they can track the whole life cycle of a pair of jeans, right? Or your Star Wars shirt. So they said out of the top 20 clothing companies, 5 have already jumped on. They done bought on. This company is backed by the technology that they're going to use to track everybody online is backed by boom, Microsoft. Your boy Kill Bill. What a coinkydink. Look at it, another coincidence. Another coincidence. Nigga wants to track you everywhere you want to go, and the technology is being backed by your boy Microsoft. So these niggas are tripping. These niggas are mad. You see all this bullshit they trying to pull on you, and they're trying to do it from so many angles because they know your spirit ultimately is we're not with this shit. So they got to try to pull as many. Like it's like when a police officer arrests you, a police officer, they'll try to throw 20, 30 charges at you, right? You know, you were loitering, you were turning lane without signaling, change lane without signaling, you were resisting arrest, you assaulted a police officer, you looked at a police officer cross-eyed, your toenails weren't clipped, you you use your left hand when you got out of the car. Whatever. They tried to throw 50 million charges at you because when they take you through the process, you go to court, they hoping that one sticks, at least one sticks, right? Just one. So this is kind of what they're doing. They know that the flipping of the world is going to be against the spirit of the people, especially because your spirit yearns to be free. In its essence, your spirit is free, and they're trying to control that. So you're going to rebel against that at every cost, whatever the fuck. You're not going to be with it. Your soul is just going to tell you, hell no, nigga, fuck that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, nigga. So they know that. So they got to hit you with like ninja stars. They gotta try to throw 18,000 stars at one time at you. So they hope you get caught by one. But if your kung fu is dope, you blocking all of them. You a master, you are the abbot of the Shaolin Temple, and they can't fuck with you. And that's what you gotta be these days, guys. You gotta be the abbot of Shaolin Temple when they come at you. Because then they want to implement, they said they wanted to implement the cupcakes in the world. So they're basically trying to implement the whole, we know that they're trying to get the cupcakes around the world in all the countries around the world. But what they said was, they want to do it without any scientific pushback. Meaning they know the people are going to be scared, so they don't want any scientific scrutiny on the cupcakes. So they used 2 examples. They said we got it passed in 2 countries, and how it was passed was the one leader of the country, he used religion. She said he used religion in order basically to scare the motherfuckers into getting the cupcake. He's scared, so basically that's how they did that. This is a time that's been talked about in history, and this is apocalyptic time, and we have to do everything we have to do to be in the spirit of God and and all this and that. So he used all that. They used that rhetoric to get it passed in that country. Then she said in another country, the leader used what did he say? um, the leader used military. She said the leader used to be in the military, so he basically just told everybody that they had to get it for the duty of the country, and they had made them do it. Basically, military rule. Martial lawed them niggas into getting the cupcake in that country, and so she calls it. This is what they want to do though. They want to extrapolate that to all the countries in the world. Basically, no scientific scrutiny, which she says is called no science. This is what she said. The campaign that they're pushing is called no science. No. What? Does it work? Does it work? Do you believe it work? Do you know the power of the mind? You seen The Secret? Well, shit, nigga, if you seen The Secret, why the hell I gotta tell you that if it worked? All you gotta do is believe it worked. If you believe, you can achieve. I gotta tell this nigga this. This nigga, he ain't heard this before. If you believe, you can achieve. Nigga, just believe it worked. That's all. Science? Nigga, fuck science. Who the fuck told you science works? What the fuck science is done for you? Huh? What the fuck science? Tell me, what science is done for you? Science has done anything for you? Do you know how your phone works? You don't know how that shit works, but you use it. So why you fuck you? What are you asking about? Nigga, just take the shit, nigga. Take the shit. No science. Nigga. No science. They want to use religion and military force to implement the new cupcakes. So, watch out for that bullshit. they're full of shit, y'all. So then, did y'all hear, y'all saw, we talked about this last week about the dude who exposed Pfizer, the P.F. Pfizer bakery. They exposed the P.F. Pfizer bakery, saying that they wanted to do directed evolution, basically gain a function on the Boogie V to change it, to mutate it so that they can keep creating cupcakes for the rest of everybody's life, right? That video came out. Then you didn't see a lot of mainstream people covering it. A lot of mainstream media didn't cover it, but it started to get so much publicity they had to start covering it a little bit. So it's been a bad week for the P.F. Pfizer bakery. Like I said, so they lost the lawsuit in the UK, right? They lost that shit. Then first that came out was the video about them doing directed evolution. Then they lost the lawsuit in the UK. They said they were misleading children. They said the UK, the court said they were misleading. They had misleading information regarding the cupcakes and children. And then the project, like I said, the Project Veritas dude, he jumped on him. Then you saw at the Grammys, we're gonna talk about that in a minute, that Devil performance came out, and then right after it said sponsored by P.F. Pfizer Bakery. Now, if they didn't have bad publicity already, and believe they didn't choose to have their promotion right after that performance. That was done by the television company. That was done by the TV company. But what bad luck for them that they put their promotion right after the goddamn worst fucking performance, the most scrutinized worst performance that you probably seen in Grammy history, other than that little bitch X, his performance. I don't know, and I've never seen that. I didn't see either one of them. Just but I've seen clips. So, but your promotion comes right after that. So they didn't have a bad week. And then on top of that, it came out for the P.F. Pfizer Bakery that the Queen of Thailand, she slipped into a coma. Did y'all hear about that? The Queen of Thailand slipped into a coma after getting the P.F. Pfizer Bakery Boost Mobile. She got the second Boost Mobile from the P.F. Pfizer Bakery, and she just kindly just laid on out. And so then one of the top virologists, he went over there that they had basically had banned. They canceled this dude on Twitter for speaking out against the Boogie V, and I mean the cupcake. Thailand had him over there, and he basically explained, he showed how the cupcake was responsible for what happened to his daughter. This nigga got pissed, the king of Thailand. He said, we're going to cancel the contracts with the PF Pfizer bakery. This will be the first country to cancel the contracts with the PF Pfizer bakery, which means they can now sue the PF Pfizer company for adverse effects. See, what happens is PF Pfizer bakery goes to these different countries and they say, we're not gonna give you the cupcake unless you sign this contract stating if we give you the cupcake, you can't sue us if some shit goes wrong, right? We'll give you the cupcake. You can save your people. You'll save all of your people. You'll be the savior of Baghdad. But you can't say that if somebody dies, had nothing to do with us. But you'll be the savior of Baghdad. So that's how these niggas are putting it to the leader. You're gonna be the savior of your country. Just sign the contract that no shit can come back on us. He wiped away that contract. First country to do that. Now, other countries want to do that, but they're scared to do it. Now that Thailand has done it, who gonna be the next to do it and start going after the PF Pfizer bakery? I'm telling you, they whole one world shit is the plot is falling. This whole shit is falling around them. It's crumbling. These niggas are they juggling like a motherfucker. They trying to keep this shit up. They are doing the super juggle. But then the black woman in the UK. Oh, so real quick. So the sister in the UK, she sued the alphabet mafia. Basically, what she sued the school. Basically, so the school. So if y'all seen, I don't know if you've seen this story. So there was a sister who took her kid to school, and the school made her son participate in the alphabet mafia parade, right? And so she sued the school. Basically, like, look, you don't got the right to engineer or to basically engineer my kids, or basically to indoctrinate my child into your philosophy. You're supposed to just teach my child the things that they need to do to succeed in society, the tools they need. We don't need you pushing your ideas and your politics onto my kid. So she sued the school and won. Shout out to her. She sued the school. So y'all, man, you see what they're trying to do to the children. You got to take them out. First of all, you need to take them out of school. If you still got your children in school, man, I get it. You may have to do it, but figure out how you don't have to. The universe will work with you. But you got to get your children out of the public school system. Right now, they're nothing but guinea pigs and property of the school system. They're taking your rights away from you. They're literally saying that parents don't have any rights. They're trying to ruin the family system because it's easier to move a country that has no family structure, no family foundation. When you're not rooted in anything like that, then, people's, your psyche is left in chaos usually, especially, and your emotions. And I can move you anywhere I want very easily by just upsetting you when you're not grounded and rooted, especially in family. So this is what they're trying to do: uproot the family structure in school, literally. And so she went over there. She's like, "Fuck that." So this is what you got to start doing. Either you got to start pulling your children out of school, put them in the co-ops, private schools that are on your same ideals. Or you got to start suing the school system for when they're teaching your kids and putting your kids in this type of stuff when they don't tell you what they're doing And this has nothing to do with the academics of teaching your child academics, enhancing their mind as far as the academics and tools that they need just to succeed in, as far as in society. Pushing your politics and your philosophies on my child, that is not your job. That's my job. I am the guardian of this child. You don't pay for food. You don't tuck them in. You don't take them to school. You don't pick them up. You don't do any of this shit. You don't buy them clothes. You don't do any of this shit. You ain't buying them Xboxes and PlayStations and taking them to the doctor. You ain't doing none of this shit. So what gives you the right to think that you got the right to indoctrinate my child into your bullshit ass philosophy? So this is what's happening. You guys got to start getting pissed. Y'all got to start getting gangster about this. This is your children. They're not letting them go. They told you, we're coming for your children. They told you that shit. The gay choir of San Francisco got a song about it. Wrote a song about it? Like the hit, here you go. We're coming for your children. So, y'all better fight back, goddammit. Then the cat dog cat. Moving right along. We got to keep it moving. The cat dog cat, they said they want to track the uncupcaked. Did y'all see that? The cat dog cat, who've been lying about everything since the pandeezy started, these niggas now want to track the uncupcaked. They're giving you what they call it, an uncupcake code. Each person will be assigned their own uncupcake code, so they can know who's been cupcaked, who ain't been cupcaked. So when they come after you, they come after niggas, they know they know who to go after. They know who door to kick in. A la Fred Hampton. Don't let them get you. Shout out to Fred Hampton. But they know who to come after when this shit goes down. So the uncupcake. So I hope you keep it to yourself. If you uncupcake, let me just say, don't tell nobody. If you uncupcake, keep that to your damn self, because they trying to figure out who the uncupcake are and what they gonna do with the uncupcake. What they gonna do when they come for him? We have no idea. We got some idea, but we're not trying to let that happen. Then, so just watch out for that. It's called the track. Oh, they're already doing it. The tracking program, just so y'all know, that tracking, the cupcake tracking program, or the uncupcake tracking program, went into effect in April. So don't be so loose with your damn cupcake status. Tell them none of your damn business. If you ever been cupcaked in your life, then I would say, yeah. Just say yeah to that damn question. You ever been cupcaked? I sure have. I sure have. When? Don't worry about that. I've been cupcaked though. You don't need to know when. So, real quick. So going back to the Grammys and why you saw that. So if you saw who was singing that song, I think the dude looked like James Corbin, but I think his name is Sam Smith, and they won a Grammy. He won a Grammy with this other chick, or this other dude. Excuse me, this dude. The dude what the other dude? No, the dude, he won a Grammy with the dude who was the transgender, supposedly the first transgender to ever win a Grammy. And they all stood up like that was the craziest, greatest thing. And oh my God, yes, changing the world. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. So you know why they're promoting this shit, right? So you go to and then they have the performance, the devil performance, right? Then go, remember, sponsored by the P.F. Pfizer Bakery. Now, this whole alphabet soup campaign, alphabet mafia, whatever, you know, where they cutting up the kids. Matt Walsh calls it the mutilation. I call it the child chop shop. Hey, we need to get them t-shirts. We need to get them t-shirts. No child chop shops. Because that's what these damn hospitals are who do these child surgeries, what they call gender reaffirming surgeries, but they chopping up the kids based on the child's one day realization. Oh, I think I might want to be a girl. Oh, I think I might want to be a boy. Well, shit, get your ass on in there, boy. And you know what you got to do when you do that? Take a whole lot of drugs. Sponsored by the P.F. Pfizer Bakery. So they're promoting, the pharmaceutical industry and the medical industry is promoting this whole campaign of you being your gender identity or gender what they call it, what is it, what's the term for it? The dysphoria, gender dysphoria, right? So they're promoting this whole thing because the surgeries cost a whole bunch of money and you're going to have a client for life. And then the drugs, especially the ones what they call the puberty blockers. Who you think be creating these damn drugs? And then you see the performance or the Grammys who praised the trans dude and the Sam Smith nigga. He say he non-binary supposedly. So see how this shit works? And then you got the P.F. Pfizer Bakery sponsoring this, promoting it, because however many people they can change to get to go down that route, they get the customer. Them all new customers. If you want to be a little non-binary little nigga, you want to call yourself they or them or shim or them or whatever the fuck you want to be, you can be that. Go to room number 7. Tell Dr. Dr. Kevorkian that you want vial number 3. Tell him to give you 3 cc's. And that's what these niggas is doing. Yo, Lee, thank you. Appreciate you. That's what this shit is. The more customers they can change, they promote them that weird shit. That has the influence on the kids. The kids say, ho, them niggas just won Grammys for being themselves. They were being their true authentic selves. And they got rewarded. The world is rewarding them for being themselves. I want to be myself. I'm trans. I'm non-binary. I want to rock with my people. And then you got to go to P.F. Pfizer Bakery to facilitate your whole identity. You see how that shit work? This shit is some fuckery. So fuck the P.F. Pfizer Bakery. They are so full of shit. Sponsoring all of that shit, knowing that it's about to turn all them kids into whatever the hell they're trying to get. They're trying to get it to. But that's the agenda. So please, let's be pushing back on this shit. It's a lot of pushback. They're starting to wake up. Disney is failing because they're pushing the whole woke agenda. Them niggas just had to fire 7,000 people. Y'all waking up, man. Y'all sharing the information. People are waking up. They're not with it. They're not with it. So shout out to y'all. Just keep doing it. Disney is the biggest purveyor of the woke movement because they have the most properties, the intellectual properties, influential properties on the mind. As far as all the way from kid stuff to adult. They have all of that stuff. Yo, TP, thank you. For sure. Keep hitting them. They have the most properties that can hit you from baby, not even child, like from baby, 1-2 years old, all the way to if you love Marvel and Star Wars, they'll hit your ass when in the 60s and 70s. Motherfuckers who love Star Wars, so they got you all the way from that, right? Excuse me. So, excuse me. They got you all the way from there. So Disney, fuck Disney. They're losing. But that's showing that the pushback is real. And we just need to keep doing it. Go woke, go broke. Don't buy they shit. Don't buy Disney Plus. Figure out another way, a more creative way to get your entertainment. That's all. You know, you may have to go to somebody else's house who got Disney Plus. Who knows? That's creative. But figure out more creative ways to get your shit and don't stop giving them money. To, you know, you're giving them money to promote to you're backing this bullshit. So stop doing that. But shout out to the anti-woke movement. All right, so in the UK, as part of this global shit, they're about to implement the digital ID. Just talked about that. They have a plan to do it by the end of 2023. So at the end of this year, UK, for all you UK people who watch, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all better do something. They got it coming. They said by the end of 2023, they want the digital ID in the UK. That's the plan. So whatever y'all need to do in the UK, y'all need to get aware, start spreading the information, push back, go to where your politicians are, tell them, don't you implement no damn digital ID, bitch, or you ain't gonna ever get no sleep. No matter where your ass go. Nigga, you gonna see me no matter where you go, bitch. I'm gonna be right there, nigga. You go out to ball games, you go out to they do what? Soccer over in England. At every soccer game, or they call it football, but it's soccer. Wherever you go, nigga, I'm right there, nigga. If you try to implement this shit in our country, I ain't never letting you get no rest. That's what you got to do, man. These niggas think that they can just do stuff and then still live a nice, comfortable life when they fuck up everyone else's life. You can't. You got to let them know. No, nigga. No, that's not happening. You don't get to fuck up the country's life, nigga, and then still live a nice, comfortable life. No, nigga, you gonna see me no matter where the fuck you go. That's how that work. So it's called, the legislation for it over there is called the consultation. So they're just talking about it right now, which is why y'all got a chance. It's called the consultation on draft legislation for ID verification. You see that bullshit? You got all that you got to type up to go look for it. Yo, 750 people in here, 500 likes. Everybody take off your shoes. Y'all ain't special. You other 250 people in here, y'all ain't special. Take your damn shoes off. Hit the like button. All right, so the consultation, let me say that again. The consultation on draft legislation for ID verification. That's some crazy. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. So they get it in England. So they're doing it over in Australia too. England. Then in America, they're trying to do it. The digital ID. They're really pushing for that in America. They call it the real ID. And that's supposed to be the precursor to the digital ID. But we pushing back against all of that. We're not letting them implement every single part of this one world bullshit you see them trying to implement. You stomp it out like whack-a-mole. Whack, whack, back, 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 back. Wherever the goddamn that nigga pop his head up, you whack the shit out of it. Don't let it happen. Because if you let one thing take hold, then another thing take hold, and another thing takes hold, and boom, boom, and so on and so on and so on. So you have to push back against everything. All right. So moving right along down the news line, we're gonna get into part 79 of planned depopulation. Part 79 is Stevia. Did y'all hear about the Stevia? So all y'all who use Stevia as a sweet alternative, an alternative sweetener for your drinks. I use a little agave, just so you know, sweets, anything that agave doesn't spike your blood sugar. Neither really does Stevia, but Stevia, they do a couple of different things. You still shouldn't use a lot of agave because it's still sugar. So anything sweet you want to keep in moderation, right? But stevia, they found that stevia. So in 1899, when this, I think he was a South American doctor or whatever, a scientist, he started studying stevia, found out that it was one of the strongest contraceptives in the world, and that the people, the Aboriginal people that it grew around, the natives that it grew around, they used it for contraception, so that they didn't have no kids. It's 79% effective in the people who use it, men and women. Stevia. So then you go look at all these different things, and it has stevia extract in the drink. If it's not using sugar, if it says, so we don't use, or high fructose corn syrup as an alternative to not using high fructose corn syrup, they're putting stevia in the drinks. So be careful about your consumption. They said it's so powerful, even if you go off of it, it's still active after 3 to 4 months. You're still infertile after 3 to 4 months, even when you wean off of it. That's how powerful that shit is. So if you want to have some kids, if you still want to have some kids, you want to drop some seeds, you might want to lay back on the stevia extract. Crazy. They ain't tell nobody that, but they've been implementing this for years, decades. They've been implementing stevia into the mainstream food supply. So a lot of things I used to drink, like a drink I used to drink was a Buy 5. It's called Buy 5. It has supposedly has no sugar, but it has dehydrated erythritol sugar, and then it also has stevia extract. Now, when you do ingredients, when you look at ingredients on the back of any product, they list the ingredients by the amount of what's in it. So if whatever comes first, it has most of that, and it has more of that in there than anything else, right? So then so on and so on. So if you see stevia at the top, then that means it has a lot of it in there. If you see stevia or anything towards the end at the bottom, that means it has very little. So you can do your choices by that. But stevia is a contraceptive. So, hey, for all y'all who wanna take a dip without the slip, a dip without the slip, you got your stevia. You do your own, you take your own chances. But if you want to take a dip without the slip, hey. You see the stevia. The universe got you. And then what you came with what's on the title. So did you see that the Pentagon, they warned that China is creating mutant soldiers. They are experimenting, they're splicing genes. They call them chimera soldiers. That shit is popping right now in China. So they're preparing for a war with America. If they gotta go to war with America, they like, nigga, y'all don't want, you see what's behind that door right there, nigga? You see that shit? You see, all you hear is boom, 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 boom. Nigga trying to get a, you want me to let what the fuck is in that door out? Nigga, don't fuck around, nigga. I'll hit the remote and let him open it. Nigga, they got, you seen The Last of Us? They got them motherfuckers. They got the, what's them, the split head motherfuckers, what's they called? The clickers. Did y'all see The Last of Us, the clickers? Hey, real quick. Y'all can skip episode 3 of The Last of Us. Sorry I told y'all to go watch that shit. I didn't know what was happening in episode 3. Yo, Aaron Wilson, thank you, brother. However, I didn't watch it. I skipped that whole shit because I knew right from the jump when I saw this motherfucker and it was only 2 dudes in the episode. I said, oh, here comes some bullshit. So I skipped the whole shit. So I didn't see what happened. So I'm warning you. You can do the same thing. Do not watch episode 3 of The Last of Us. However, episode 2 and 4, 1, 2, and 4 is off the chain. But China is creating some clickers. If y'all seen the episode, y'all seen them damn clickers. That motherfucker's great. That nigga had a big ass mushroom head. His head was split down the middle with the mushroom. And then, oh shit. Y'all seen them? And they can only, the clickers can only find you by echolocation and shit. They can't see. So these, oh nigga. Hey, that shit's crazy. Goddamn. And apparently there's even more crazier monsters than that. So don't tell me it comes on tomorrow night. I know if y'all got HBO Max, y'all done seen it already because they released the episode last night. But I'm waiting till Sunday because I don't got HBO Max. But damn, China is making clickers. And they making clicker soldiers, and they're getting ready for war against America and whoever else. And they call them Chimera soldiers. And that's getting ready to pop. And they don't care. They're open about the shit. China's open about it. And then they releasing balloons over America to piss America off, or to make it look like they're pissing America off, because this war with China is not going to be real. If we go to war with China, it's not real, because war with China would destroy us and them. Yo, who was that? It says, new growth out of the trenches, original builders. Appreciate you. That's a hell of a title. Appreciate you, brother. So if America and China, they can't go to war. The economies are too intertwined. We're the biggest customers of China, and they're the biggest manufacturers for America. So if we go to war, both economies shut the fuck down, and there's nothing left. So this is just the game. Because that balloon that they had, that China they admitted it was theirs. So it wasn't it wasn't no spaceship or nothing like everybody thought it was a UFO or some shit. No, it was China's. They said, yeah, it was ours. Sorry. It just got off, it blew off course. Sorry. Our bad. But China got fucking satellites up in the sky. They don't need balloons. They don't need to fly balloons in the state. They got satellites that can literally see the fine print in a contract over your shoulder. So they don't need balloons to see anything. So what was this for? This seemed like this was a big show to make it seem like tensions against America and China are building up. That's what it looked like to me. Because why the fuck you flying a balloon over here when you know you got 100 satellites up there that you can see all over America? There's nothing in America that's hidden from China at this point. They can see fucking everything with them satellites. So that was absolute bullshit. But they're creating soldiers. That's the other part, though. They're creating those chimera soldiers. And they're enhancing them with certain animal genes so that they be stronger. They want them to jump higher. This shit is crazy. The report they showed that came out, they ain't hiding it. This the fucked up thing. This the fucked up thing. These niggas ain't hiding it. They're like, yeah, nigga, right there. See that motherfucker with the half horse, half nigga? Yep. half bull, yep. That's right there. That's us, nigga. So China is tripping, but I don't think we want to go to war with China. If these niggas got a motherfucking a Bigfoot, half dragon coming out the fucking room. They got a Bigfoot dragon coming out the room, nigga. We don't want to see that shit. So, shout out to China. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck China, nigga. We ain't scared of you bitch ass niggas. Fuck, come on over here, nigga. We ain't scared of China. You damn hybrid soldiers, nigga. But while that's popping off, while China is doing that, fuck China. Did y'all hear that the new discovery? So this is off the chain. So all of you, this is an opportunity. I'm trying to hit y'all with an opportunity that's presented itself. If y'all are business people, you will see the opportunity in this what I'm getting ready to tell y'all right now. So they just discovered by accident, a scientist, she discovered by accident that caterpillars caterpillar saliva, it dissolves plastic. Caterpillar saliva dissolves plastic, specifically the waxworm caterpillar saliva. It dissolves plastic. So basically, she had some worms. She had some caterpillar worms in a bag, in a plastic bag. And then she saw, when she looked at the plastic bag, they were outside the plastic bag. There was a hole in the plastic bag and shit. And they crawled out, they scrunched out. She was like, what the fuck? So she thought they ate their way through the plastic bag. But when she examined it more, it wasn't eaten, it was dissolved. The plastic bag had dissolved through the saliva. There was this little saliva, the caterpillar saliva on the bag, and then it dissolved the plastic. This is incredible discovery for the future of the fucking world. Do y'all see what this is going to do? There is an island in the middle of the Pacific that's twice the size of Texas, made out of plastic. This is why the Earth's smacking the shit out of us, because we just throwing plastic away down the drain. I mean, down the sewer and gutters and all this and that type of shit, and it's just accumulating. Plastic does not break down forever. It just doesn't break down. It just becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller nanoparticles of plastic, which is why it's really fucked up. You should use as little plastics as possible. Especially, and then also the chemical, one of the main chemicals they use in plastic, it mimics estrogen. So this is why a lot of these motherfuckers are becoming soft and sweet. These bitch ass niggas, especially these newer athletes on some bitch shit. But this is why you see the testosterone has shot down 50% in the last 20, 30 years in men and boys. So plastic is very bad. But now they have found some shit that eats away plastic. The waxworm caterpillar eats away, the saliva eats away plastic. Now, if you're a business person, you already doing the calculations. But for you people who are not business people, let me put it together. Y'all better go invest in some damn waxworm farms. Find waxworm farms right goddamn now and start saying, hey, my nigga, you need a couple $1,000? let me just, here you go. You better start investing in worms, caterpillars, start doing your research. That is going to be the biggest boom the world has ever seen, because plastics is one of the biggest hazards the world has ever seen. Probably the biggest. The biggest threat to the world would probably be plastics. The non-recyclable thing that we produce from petroleum on a constant daily basis that is fucking up the world, fucking up your body, turning men more feminine, making women, this is why women get more breast cancer and shit like that, because you're producing more estrogen if you drink out of plastics. That's what causes cancer, breast cancer and shit in women, is more estrogen, along with the soy that's also used in food. So you see all this shit going on, but plastic is now not going to not be a problem. Give them about 5 years to reproduce the saliva to artificially, to mimic, they're going to have to go in the lab, take the saliva and reproduce it artificially, and then make some type of product out of that, right? But they're going to need a lot of goddamn worms to do that. So why not your worms? You let me know. Why not your worms on your worm farm? Just saying. Got an eye for business, everybody. just the way it is. I can see shit, especially business. Been like that since I was a fucking kid. Told you. 10 years old. Had a goddamn lemonade stand. Two stands. Had somebody working for me. Working my other stand. 10 years old. Lemonade stand and an orange stand. Had to go check up on them niggas a couple of times a day. Make sure these niggas are selling the right orange juice. Selling the right amount. And get my money. So, I'm a business motherfucker. Straight from the jump. So, I'm letting you know. If you don't jump on this business advice, That's on you. Worm farms. Worm saliva eats away plastic. Go check it out. That's a new scientific discovery. And then, like we said, the last one is the polar shift. As y'all been seeing, they've been talking about it like crazy this whole week. Right after we talked about it, came out with it. Now all of a sudden, this whole week, I've been seeing everybody talking about the polar shift, the core, Earth's core stopping and reversing. Now this Asian doctor that everybody knows about, I forgot his name, but he was on ABC and he was talking about it. And he said that it happens every 70 years, which is bullshit. Basically, he don't know because he's not a geologist. Only a geologist can really break this down for you. Geologist is someone who studies the earth. That's their science. Other scientists they can't do that. If you're a physicist, you're not a geologist, you're not gonna know how the earth works unless you're a true geologist, right? So the geologists break down 11 to 13,000 years is how it flips. Every 11 to 13,000 years. Neil deGrasse Tyson said every 100 to 200,000 years. You see that big ass gap? That's a crazy ass gap. But some geologists say that it's been flipping a little sooner, which is every 35 to 3,600 years. It's moved into a closer flip. So those are the geologist ranges from every 35 to 3,600 years to every 11,000 to 13,000 years, right? But again, this is why you can see all the bullshit that's going on right now. Why everything is flipped and is acceptable. The alphabet mafia being able to just ride, they're running the world right now. There was a drag show where the drag dude was teaching a little kid how to twerk. What in the fuck, man? What? Teaching the kid how to twerk. When did we start doing this shit? And this is a dude dressed like a woman teaching a little kid how to be debaucherous. And again, all this shit really comes from the masculine side. The males are really the ones running this whole alphabet mafia bullshit. Because it's masculine energy that goes out there and tries to change shit. Be mashing out aggressively, tries to change shit. I mean, women, they work in harmony with the universe. The natural energy of a woman, they work in harmony with the universe and the earth and allow things to to come about. Whereas the man, we go out, we try to force shit. Boom, 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 boom. So that's what this whole alphabet soup shit is. But it's also being, like I said, facilitated by the flip, the energy flip, the poles flipping. That plays a part on you. Just like the moon, if the moon affects the water, the tides in the ocean, then the pole shift, literally the magnetic poles of the planet would absolutely affect you. It's how birds and fish move around the world. Did you see in the past few years how there was just crazy birds had fell out of the sky? Did y'all remember that shit? Crazy fish had just washed up on the shore. Did y'all remember that? Y'all seen them things? This is a couple years ago. It was like crazy fish had just washed up on the shore. Nobody, it was like schools and schools of fish washed up on the shore. Go look that shit up on YouTube. Birds had just fell out of the fucking sky. You know why that would happen? Because if they're north and south, their magnetic north and south gets fucked up, they have no sense of direction. The pole shift. That's going on. And again, that is within you. How many of y'all went back and saw the Outer Limits episode, the music of the spheres, where I told you about the sun cycle and how they sent the signal to the little kids, in the music. They sent the signal in the music. And only the little kids could hear it. The adults couldn't hear it. And so then the signal was made to turn your skin into gold so that you can take more sunlight, UV rays. And then some of the older adults, they chose not to do it. They said, fuck it, we'll stay in the house. They basically became cave people. They stayed in the house during the day and only come out at night. While the other alternative was to take to switch the frequency to adults, and they can change them. They can change as well. So this is what's happening. They've been knowing about this shit for years. That's called the music of the spheres. That came out about what was that, 90? That was late 90. That was right around the time Greg Brayton did Awakening to Zero Point, where he broke that down in that video. So again, everybody, y'all need to go, please get in harmony with the earth. Please get in harmony with the earth. Get in harmony, get in harmony, get in harmony. And for all y'all who don't believe that the earth is round, hey, I can't do nothing for you. But all I can say is this. If the earth wasn't round, where the fuck do volcanoes come from? Where the lava come from? Lava is produced by the inner core of the earth. That molten iron that's moving around in the inner core of the earth. Because it's a sun, there's literally a hot ass sun in the middle of the earth that's melting all the iron and rock that shoots up eventually through time and becomes volcanoes. But if you don't want to be in harmony with the earth, that's on you, my nigga. Hey, fuck the rest of that. All the rest of you niggas who understand that the earth is round and all that, and you get in harmony with the earth's poles are flipping. It's happened throughout time, throughout history, and it's happening again. You get in harmony and learn what you need to do. Part of that is evolving. Learning what you need to learn. So get your melanin book. If you get that melanin book, you get the whole goddamn package. You get the whole police stop law package. That's your Know Your Rights manual. Your bond book, the surety public official bonds book. So this is a real thing, everybody. I want y'all to know. This is a real thing. The bonds, and in case y'all, just so y'all know, if y'all don't buy if you bought the book and you may be having trouble finding them, just make sure you look in your city ordinances. So the bonds, so what happens is they take the police officers' bonds. There's a state law that requires police officers and public officials to have bonds. Then you'll see that, and they'll tell you where those bonds are supposed to be held. But on a smaller scale for police officers, those laws are within the city ordinances. You have to look within the city ordinances to find the bond laws for local police officers. When you do, you'll find it. So right here, this will tell you how to find those laws, though, the state laws, and then from the state laws, you can go find the smaller laws. But right here, Public Official Bonds Book, when the police officer, they violate your constitutional rights, you can go place a claim on that bond. A lot of times, the minimum bond is $50,000. That means every time they violate your constitutional rights, you can place a claim on that bond for every instance they violate your rights. So $50,000 for violation of the First Amendment, $50,000 for violating your Fourth Amendment right, $50,000 for violating your Fifth Amendment right. All of these different things. You can place, every time they violate your constitutional right, that bond goes for every single count, not just for the whole thing. So you can get paid over and over again for every time they violate your rights. But if you don't know how to do that, you can't do it. So right here, Public Official Bonds Book lets you know how to do that. This tells you how to get out of, this tells you everything you need to know in traffic stops and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. This is a Terry stop right here. So police roll up on you, they ask you for your ID, and they don't have any reasonable suspicion that you committed a crime, they're in violation. But you don't know that because you don't know your rights, and you start giving over your ID, you start talking, start telling them every goddamn thing. Oh, I live over there, I just came from over there, I was going to the store, but when I was going to the store, my girlfriend, she said she needed a pack of cigarettes, and don't forget the loaf of bread. So I was gonna get a loaf of bread for her, but then, when I came, I went to the store, I got in there, I saw there was a good, there was a sale on some soda. So and you start telling them a whole goddamn thing. You ain't got to tell them all that shit. You ain't got to tell them any damn thing. Police officers don't have a right to talk to you at all if you have not committed a crime. Do y'all know that? Most of you don't. But you don't know how to assert those rights because you're so damn scared when they roll up on you in that damn uniform with that gun, which means absolutely nothing when you know your rights. I tell you what, go to Big Nick's, if you didn't watch the police stop law class this past Sunday, I showed this in the police stop law class, but go to Big Nick, South Florida Accountability. Watch his last video from the last week where there's 9 cats or young cats. They're lined up outside of a liquor store, and there's 9 police officers got them hemmed up, and they took all their IDs. Didn't prove that they were suspicious of anything, that they were guilty of anything. Took their IDs and had them hemmed up, sitting down outside of the liquor store. While Big Nick, he rolled up and he started talking shit to all the cops. And none of them even looked at him. He said, I bet you I wouldn't be on the ground. They can't do this. They can't do that. Did they do that? Did you give over your right? He started schooling the little young cats on the ground. Police officers right there, big ass guns, everything. Not one of them said one word to Big Nick. Shout out to Big Nick, mashing out on these bitch ass niggas. But go over there. That shows you that if you know your rights, you can talk to the police like that when they try to violate your constitutional rights. So right here lets you know when you can do that. Make sure you get that information. And if you want it the fast way, boom, right here. We got, oh, look at it, man. Look at all this right here, man. We got all these flashcards. There was nothing like this in existence 2 years ago. Now you got 4 different decks of flashcards to teach you about police, law, and government. So it's up to you now, damn it. We done created all the tools you need. This is that. You can get this. This, like I said, if you order today and tomorrow, I'm going to throw this in there because a lot of y'all wanted the deal and y'all were hitting me up about the deal at the last minute. So today and tomorrow, you're good over there. You buy the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. I will put Government 1, Government 2, and Police Stop Law number 1. All right. Man, you know it comes with constitutional rights card. This is when you get a police these cards. You say, I don't answer questions. You keep this in your car. Hand this to police when they pull you over. I don't answer questions. No matter what they try to ask you, don't answer it. I don't answer questions. Don't say I plead the fifth. Say I don't answer questions. That's 2 different things. Say I don't answer questions, boom, and stop talking. Right here, you hand them this and watch their reaction. So get over there, get all the tools you need to arm yourself, to arm your children. You know, they're still trying to work on those mandates. So we still got the exemption cards for any of the mandates right here. This is the liability. Lets them know that they're liable if they make you get the cupcake. This one is the religious exemption. If you are against abortions, there's aborted fetal charming in the cupcakes. So right here lets you know this is your religious exemption. And boom, it comes with the P.F. Pfizer bakery report. All right, lets them know that from the P.F. Pfizer bakery's own their own studies, it shows that how many adverse effects that were in their own studies. So they can't make you get it if the company itself says it has adverse effects. So how the company gonna make you get it if the company itself that they're trying the cupcake company itself says it can cause you harm. So right here comes with all of that. Roderick Rose, appreciate you, man. He said just tuning in. The universe knows it all. Yes, right, baby. So appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all get over there and get the deal. If you want to volunteer, knowyourrightsfoundation.org. We are creating a law army, a law nation. If y'all want to be a part of this law nation where our language is the law and we are smashing out with it, we're mashing, y'all. Let's do it. It's the time for it. You see what's going on in the world. You need to do something new in order to fucking counteract all this bullshit. So learning the law, learning government, learning how this system works so that you can know how to move whenever they throw anything at you. That's what learning self-defense is. If somebody throws a punch at me, I know how to slip. I know how to bob. You know what I'm saying? Weave. All of you, if you don't know how to do that though, when somebody throws something at you, how you gonna defend yourself? And then being able to boom, and then counter, throw your own punch back at them. So let's get over there and learn your rights, knowyourrightsfoundation.org. We'll teach you the law for free. Just bring the motivation. Shout out to all the moderators in here. Excuse me. Man, a little dry up in here. Gwendolyn Bonner, Letitia, Mel, Jason, Brian, Miss Jeannie, Miss Shelly Shell. Thank everybody for coming in, tuning in. Thank everybody for hitting the super chat. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go get Timmy Tight Top. Make sure y'all support the brother, wejuice.com. The brother needs support. Make sure y'all support him. Tell him, tell him first of all what you tell him is when you buy it, leave him a message. Say make sure you get to the live stream sooner, so he can promote this damn juice sooner, and I can get the live stream going sooner. He's the reason that the live stream started late, but support my brother. All right, wejuice.com, OUIjuice.com. And then also, about Beal Sauce to Schmuckatelli. That's all I got for you. Thank you, everybody. I'm about to go watch me some Star Wars and eat me a turkey burger. I'm back on the turkey burgers, goddammit. Don't judge me. I'll cleanse at some point during the year, but don't judge me. I'm about to have a turkey burger. Love y'all.